Hi guys, and I'm your host, Annalese, and welcome to this episode of Bits and Tokens. On today's video, we'll be learning about charts. Chart reading is used to see the past and current price in a graph form. As a savvy trader, it's important to know how to analyze these charts when determining when to buy a coin or when to sell it at a profitable price. Charts are used and seen in various intervals. There are several different methods that you can view a chart. Two of the most popular methods are lines and candles. A line is used to determine a price over a period of time. Candles represent the different price intervals for each period. So how do you use them? And how do you read them? Well, this looks like a job for the Bitcoin Weatherman.
Thanks, Annalise. Hi, I'm the Bitcoin Weatherman, and I'm here to teach you how to read a chart. Now, I know there's a lot going on behind me, but this chart's not really that scary. In fact, let's jump right in. We're trading Bitcoin versus the US dollar on a one-day chart, and I'm getting the information from Bitfinex. Now, this would change depending on if I'm looking at a different coin or pair than Bitcoin versus the US dollar. This would change if I'm looking at a different period, and this would change if I'm looking at a different exchange. Otherwise, that's what you'll see there. Now, on this side, I'm looking at the last change in price, or the current price that Bitcoin is being traded at. And this is showing me the net change in price over the past 24 hours. It's going to be shown to me in a dollar amount as well as a percentage of change over the past 24 hours. Now, the rest of the chart behind me is going to change depending on which indicators I've got turned on, or which indicators I care about, as well as whether I'm looking at a line, bar, or a candlestick version of the chart. Now, you'll notice here I've got candles on this chart, and I'm going to explain why using this candle that I've picked out here. Now, this candle is green because the candle opened at a lower level than it closed. So the close price being higher than it opened is indicated by this candle being green. And it's really easy to look at that and see on this chart that we've got a ton of green candles over the past couple days. That means those past couple days were good days as far as whether or not the price opened lower than it closed. Now, at the top of this candle and the bottom of this candle, I can also see that there's wicks that have formed. Now, the wicks are going to form to show you the high and the low of that period of that candle. So here, we can see the high of that candle. So technically, we closed, around this area here, but the high of that, came out to over here. And so because of that, there was some more price movement that happened, but the body of the candle is going to show you where it opened or closed. Really, really easy way to look at the chart and see what it's doing. It still moves the same way a graph moves. So for example, the bottom of this is here, and I can see that we've got some movement here. And so for all intents and purposes, it moves the same way that a graph is going to move, but it's just more information packed in there. All in, this chart isn't really scary. There's a few different metrics that you're going to be looking at. Once you're able to actually correlate those different metrics together, you'll be able to confirm your trade ideas. You'll know when you want to enter and exit your positions to maximize your profits. And you'll also just be able to read the chart better to understand the sentiment of that coin on that particular exchange that you're trading it on. That's really reading a chart. It's not scary, and we're going to go into more detail on exactly what indicators we're looking at, more information on how you can correlate different things together, and different, patterns that you might be looking for on this chart to be able to trade more efficiently. Back to you, Annalise.
Thanks, Weatherman. Well, there you have it. And thanks for tuning in. Join us on our next video where we'll discuss different patterns that are found in a chart.